That mortal you call Amlet. What is he to you?
He is one of my children. That child will stop you. Stop me.
You wish to be slain by your own child? So that is your desire. My child.
Velgiev's suppression was an eye-opener for Jutland's people and became the reason for many to renew the war effort. With that, Basil negotiated with the leaders of the business world, using the scandals Freit dug up as his weapon. He made sure to end their smear campaign, since they had manipulated the public to criticize him and Solomon.
Well, that's that. No hard feelings, right, boys?
Either of you step out of line, I'll publish the article. Don't think this is over because we're staying quiet for now. Just remember, the moment it goes public, you'll be ruined. You do well not to underestimate Jutland again.
Yeah. Hey, don't give me that look. We can still be friends. It'll be business as usual.
Now that we've taken Vegiev, we're entering our most crucial stage. I knew that the cold was stronger than prior years, but I never expected the snow would pile on in this manner.
Just our luck. We were banking on another month of autumn.
Even the royal court is abuzz with mounting trepidation. This came as a surprise to everyone.
However, if we suspend the conflict at this time, we'd be allowing the Empire to regain its strength. If they bolster their forces now, Jutland won't stand a chance come spring. We can only press onward.
But how?
I had always said that we must settle things before the snow falls. But that is impossible now that winter is upon us, which is why I propose we take advantage of this adversity.
Turning a negative into a positive.
This year's winter is rather... excuse me, it's abnormally early. Ruse's northern area must already be snowbound. For them, the winter is their ally. However, that arrogance should be what we target.
Well, look who's letting their hair down. You used to be such a slave to schedules. Now here you are making accommodations for Mother Nature.
I suppose the princess's resolve made me adapt.
Oh hey, you're back.
Good evening. You seem to be fitting in nicely, Your Highness. The world powers have begun moving because we've taken Vegiev. They can't ignore the situation since Jutland pulled itself out of its losing streak and started winning again. Ever since that 3-day negotiation with Brenland, we've been able to keep them restrained thanks to Solomon. But now that we're pushing Ruse this much, they can't completely trust us anymore.
The nations of Europa can be pretty crafty when it comes to protecting themselves. I expect they'll put pressure on Jutland too.
And at the same time, they'll move against Ruse. It seems the early winter is forcing their hand. They're thinking to end this war and dismantle Ruse.
Dismantle?
There's movement among the superpowers, trying to blame them for Jutland's invasion. It's to make both Ruse and Jutland take responsibility for this chaos. Depending on the situation, one side will be dismantled, and the other may have an armed intervention by the superpowers.
Talk about fishing in troubled waters. Then again, History's written by the victors, right?
There's no doubt that this early winter is pushing different agendas all over the place.
In that case, I'd like to reorganize our coming strategies. Our target is here, the Empire's citadel of Sevast.
A strategic point indeed.
If we take this location, the Imperial capital will lay before us. They'll be caught off guard, and we'll strike then.
How about Kovaltis?
It depends on how Ruse will act. If they attack our troops en route, we'll counterattack. However, our main objective is to gain control of Sevast as soon as possible.
What about the Valkyria?
It'd be bad if it showed up while we're on the move.
Oh, we won't have to worry about that. As I mentioned earlier, the world powers have begun to act.
And Ruse will use the Valkyria to hold them back. They'll redeploy it to Sevast, though, once the assault begins.
That's the likely outcome.
So we have to deal with not only the Citadel, but the Valkyria as well. This won't be easy.
We should try to handle them separately.
The only way to do that is to take care of Sevast during daylight, right?
That's a pretty big gamble.
It'll be tough to pull off in a day.
But if we're going to attack, now's the only time. Days are long since it's summer right now. In other words, there's more time before the Valkyria appears. Not to mention, Sevast is much further north than Jutland. We can look forward to their days being even longer.
It's not much, but it might provide the edge we need.
To think the abnormal weather that's been causing so many problems will actually be of help to us.
Then we should end this once and for all. Once Sevast falls, the Emperor will send the Valkyria after us. We need to take the Citadel, defeat the Valkyria, then immediately march on the capital. That's our only shot.
Aren't you confident? Got a plan?
Yeah. We know Basil's weapons and Ophelia's song work on it. We just need one more thing to give us the advantage.
And that would be?
Sunlight. We need to drag the Valkyria into sunlight. Keep it busy till the sun comes out. Then, once it's weakened, finish it.
Be prepared for a battle of attrition, then.
Yeah, but there's two problems. First, we can only fight for so long. That's why we should strike as close to dawn as we can manage.
What's the other problem?
How do we stop the Valkyria from running off at the first sight of light?
I believe Violet and I can solve the first problem.
How's that?
We negotiate with the superpowers and ensure they attack the Empire on the day of the final battle.
All right, I'll assemble the intel for that end. This is a big job. I'll have to use both Violet and Margaretha to the fullest in order to gather that information.
I'm counting on you. Both of you.
We'll create a situation where they'll be forced to deploy the Valkyria away from Sevast, with Violet's espionage and my negotiations.
Oh, baby. Saul's plot and face is a sight for sore eyes.
Why, thank you. Also, there's one more important note. This attack must be a night raid. We must attack right before the Valkyria is deployed, after all.
Now that's what I call moonlighting.
As for the second problem, I have an idea. I could borrow the power of the people.
Of Jutland?
Just so. When last I sang at the Palace Plaza, the citizens all joined in. As they sang along, I felt a white-hot energy welling up within me. I think I understand why. The Galder was becoming stronger, and the more we sang, the brighter that inner light grew. I'm sure I felt some sort of magic. Why not use that power? Let my voice carry the people's hopes and dreams, then weaponize their strength of spirit against the Valkyria.
Right, the Galder. I did sense something the last time you sang. Can't quite explain it.
Of course, I have no definite proof. But the Valkyria has been averse to my singing before. Something tells me more voices might amplify that effect.
Let's bank on that. Make sure the troops in the main army sing too.
It's worth a try.
Increasing the volume, huh? Say, how about this? We hold Ragnite while we sing. If the pieces resonate with each other, maybe it'll amp up the mana for everyone. Hell, why not get the whole damn country in on it? We'd have us a supercharged chorus heard around the world.
We carry the song to the princess across borders.
Bingo!
I'll pen something to compel the people to sing. A stirring call to action. It'll be my best piece yet.
Oh yeah, make sure they know to hold on to Ragnite products. Monomachinery, alchemic accessories, you name it. I'll cook something up on my end too. A pendant on it too. Just gotta get him packing Ragnite and singing at sunrise.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
It started back up. Huh?
The Battle of Sevast. For all intents and purposes, it's the decisive battle between Jutland and the Ruzi Empire. In the war's history, it's said that the Empire lost because the Emperor misjudged the deployment of the Valkyria. But once again, the traitors had been pulling strings in the background.
Indeed. After adding Ophelia to their circle, the bonds among the traitors had grown even stronger. For them, they had nothing to fear. After all, they had paved the way toward a future beyond their vendetta.
But where their future led was